Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. In this video, I'm working on a fairy house in Inniscreen. I wanted this to be as dreamy and beautiful as possible, and for this build, for the interior, I used CC from modcollective.gg. You will find all the links in the description, and I also used some amazing cast CC. As you can here see, these are the fairies which I dressed with the CC. You can here see clothes, hair, and different details, and I'm so obsessed with these fairies and the cast items. And I'm going to upload this build with CC, and I'm also going to upload a CC free version, so you can grab the CC from modcollective.gg and you can grab this build from the gallery, and you can also grab a CC free version which will just be the exterior unfurnished in case you're on console and you cannot use any CC, so you can still use the build if you want to. And yeah, let's see how I built this. I wanted this house to sit on terrain, so I wanted to have a slope. So I built a room at the bottom, and then I built another room at the top. So this would be the floor above, and I wanted this area to be the front entrance. I simply used the terrain tools to create a slope, and as you already saw in the beginning where you saw the finished build, I'm also going to use the terrain tools to create a little pond. I just wanted this to be super dreamy and beautiful, and I wanted to have a very simple shape which still looks interesting. So I wanted to incorporate some round shapes and everything. I wanted the roofing to be extra interesting, and to make it really stand out, I used so many items to have just a lot of details on the exterior. To be honest, I just wanted to have as many details as possible, so I used all these items like shells and a roof decoration from Cottage Living and everything, just so many items to make this very interesting, and I just placed details everywhere. I also used the base game glass walls again. I love this item. Honestly, it's one of the best base game editions we ever got, and even if it would be like a part of a pack, it would like be groundbreaking, one of the best editions, but it's base game, which is amazing. And I used it to turn some of the walls translucent, and I then used pillars and windows to make it look interesting. This is what I can totally recommend. Simply use the base game glass wall, use a pillar, and then just use the windows to decorate it, and this just made the build look extra interesting and fun in my opinion. Here at this point, the build is slowly coming along, so you can really see the exterior, and I can't wait for you to see how I furnish this build using the amazing fairy CC, which can be found on modcollective.gg. And I also wanted to say I'm going to add the link to the modcollective.gg Discord to the description box. They are a group of very talented people. There are so many talented CC and mod creators in the team, and a lot of them are like OGs. They've been creating since forever, so a lot of very popular names. And please join the Discord so you can get some support there, and they are also very open to listen to your feedback there. So right now there's a download limit of 10 items per hour, for example, but if you prefer a early access system or something, if you just generally want to leave your feedback, they are very open to listen to you, and they are amazing and very kind. And maybe just join the Discord if you want to share your opinions. I just wanted to say this because I got a lot of feedback recently, and you can totally get in touch with them and also leave your feedback in their Discord. They're very kind. And now it's time to do some more landscaping. I used the terrain tools to create a pond, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger because here at this point it's a little slim. It looks more like a river, and I then decided to move the lot a little bit to the back so I would have more space in the front. And I also used some debug rocks to decorate this, and I also used the flat base game bush to decorate the slopes a little bit because I don't like the way these look. I always like to hide them. I also used some trees and some bushes, mostly from debug. I feel like whenever I'm landscaping, I really like to use debug because they have the best rocks and trees. I also used this debug item from Cottage Living. So the wheel is actually spinning. It's like animated, which like this is one of the most amazing debug items. And yeah, I just placed some plants, some lavender, and yeah, here you can see how I'm hiding the slope so the terrain isn't exposed. And I also used it to frame the slope on one side. The wood planks are also from debug, they're from the base game. I just added some details and I just had the best time working on this because it's relatively small, and this way I was able to add even more details. I then tried to figure out where to place some stairs and how to connect all the different levels, and I also added like a small patio or balcony in the back, and I placed some pillars below to just make it look realistic. And I also added more shelves to the exterior. I love to do this so they basically work like trims, and when you use them up there aren't any issues, because sometimes when you use them at the bottom, Sims like to place some stuff on there, but this way it's working. And I then started to decorate using the amazing CC from Mod Collective. These are different sets. I'm going to add all the information to the description so you can really check out what to grab and what to do. And as I said, you can grab this from the gallery. I started to work on the kitchen at first, so I used a combination of items from the game and the CC to furnish this house, and it's all fairy themed. It's very dreamy. There are lots of mushrooms and different items, and the cool thing is you only need the base game and it's free. You can use the download limit and you can grab this for free from the website. And the cool thing is that you don't need the fairy pack for this. I built this in Innisgreen and I used some items from some packs to decorate this, but for the CC you only need the base game. So if you don't own the fairy pack, you can totally turn your game into a really fun fairy experience by simply using the base game compatible CC, which is wonderful. And yeah, here I'm decorating. This plant is from the CC, for example, or here these little mushrooms, also the little frame for the fireplace and everything. And the most amazing thing is this item, which is kind of like a tree, and you place these leaves on the tree, and then there are some lamps which can be placed on the tree, and the lamps are hanging from it, which is so wonderful. Here I'm placing the lamps, and I made some changes to this. At first I used this table, then I used a CC table. These little mushroom chairs are also from one of the sets, and I just had so much fun decorating this because it's so whimsical and the CC is so wonderful, and I just had so much fun. I wanted to have a open layout, but I kind of separated the different rooms using spandrels and pillars, and this is also a very fun trick in case you're running into any issues when you are using the curved walls in the game, because sometimes it's not letting you remove a wall, but you can simply use spandrels to open up walls this way. Sometimes the curved rooms still behave a little bit weird. And yeah, here I'm using some CC to decorate the kitchen, also this wonderful CC wallpaper, and I also used CC for the dining area, as I said, and I love that it's like right behind the beautiful kitchen in the craft area, so the Sims kind of have a view. It's all very connected to nature, which totally makes sense because after all it's a fairy themed build. It's all about being connected to nature, so it's very open, all the windows. And now that you got an overview how I built this, let's take a look at the screenshots. You can here see in detail what I built, how I furnished this. You can also see the amazing CC pieces from modcollective.gg, and also some amazing fairy screenshots because I used the amazing CC from them to style and dress these fairies. You can also find this CC on modcollective.gg. As I said, check out the description box, and yeah, here you can see all the screenshots. I hope that you've enjoyed this build. I hope that you will check out the CC. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, you can grab this build from the gallery. A version with CC and a CC free version are in the gallery, so please check this out. I hope you are doing so well. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below what you think of this build, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.